Hello students, this is my second lecture on matter and magnetism. In this lecture I am going to have a talk with you on bar magnet and their properties, magnetic field lines and their properties, and I will equate the magnetic field due to a bar magnet with that of solenoid. First, this is the definition of a bar magnet. It is nothing but a cuboidal piece of a magnet. It is an artificial magnet like other magnets. Few of its properties are very important. This is the first property. When we freely suspend a bar magnet, it always rests in a particular direction. Its one end will point towards south and other end will point towards north. The tip which points to geographical north is called the north pole of the magnet, and the tip of the magnet which points to geographical south is called south pole of the magnet. Another property is similar poles repel each other, like north will repel north and south will repel south, and opposite poles attract each other, like south pole will attract north pole. This is another property, very important property, that you cannot separate two poles from each other. It means magnetic monopoles do not exist. Whenever you break a bar magnet into two pieces, again in each piece two poles will arise, so monopoles do not exist. Now come to the magnetic field lines. You can define magnetic field lines like continuous imaginary curve drawn in any magnetic field, or in other words, visual and intuitive realization of magnetic field. These are some definitions that can be used to define magnetic field lines. Properties are very important for examination point of view as well as for understanding. First property is these field lines form a closed loop, unlike electric field lines. As shown in the diagram, you can see magnetic field lines come out from north pole and enter south pole to form a closed loop. You can see here field lines is coming out from the north pole and enter to south pole to form a closed loop. Inside the magnet, field lines move from south to north. Outside the magnet, field lines move from north to south. Other properties about the direction of magnetic field at any point. If you want to find the direction of magnetic field at any point, you can draw a tangent at that point like this. If you want to get the magnetic field at this point, then you can draw a tangent at this point. That tangent will give the direction of magnetic field. In this way, tangent will give the direction of magnetic field at any point. Other thing is very important for us to understand, that the density of magnetic field lines gives the strength of magnetic field at a particular region. Like in this particular region, you can see field lines are crowded, means in unit area number of field lines are more here as compared to number of field lines here in unit area. So wherever number of field lines per unit area is more is the stronger region as compared to the region where number of field lines per unit area is less. Magnetic field lines never intersect each other because magnetic field line would not be unique at any point of intersection. This can be understood very easily if we think contrary. Say we have a magnetic field like this and another one is this one. They are intersecting each other. So you can draw two tangents at the point of intersection which will represent two direction of magnetic field. Like this. There are two direction of magnetic field at a single point. Now it can't be possible because at a point there could not be more than one direction of magnetic field. So this is the reason why magnetic field lines do not intersect each other. Now move to next topic, that is equivalence of bar magnet with current carrying solenoid. To show the equivalence, we will use here the fact that every current loop acts as a magnetic dipole. It is an hypothesis given by Ampere that all the magnetic phenomena can be explained in terms of circulating current. You know that magnetic dipole moment of current carrying circular loop can be given as M equals to NIA, where N is the total number of turns of the loop, I current through the loop, and A area vector of that particular loop. Here I am going to consider a current carrying solenoid of length 12, radius A. We have to find a magnetic field at any point P on its axis. For this, we have chosen an element dx of current carrying solenoid. Its thickness is dx. This element is at a distance x from the center of the solenoid. So first we will find the magnetic field at point P due to this current element of thickness dx. To get the magnetic field at point P, we will use a formula that has been established in previous article. That formula is in front of your screen. It has been established in previous chapter. The magnetic field at any point on the axis of current carrying coil can be given as mu naught NIR square over twice of x square plus r square whole to the power 3 by 2. In previous chapter it has been established. This formula will be used here. We have to substitute some quantities here. Now if we want to find the magnetic field due to this element of current carrying solenoid of thickness dx, then we have to replace x and r and n. Capital N will be replaced by n times dx, total number of turns of this element. Radius r will be replaced by a, and x will be replaced by r minus x. The distance of element of thickness dx from P is r minus x. So after substitution of these quantities, we will have this relation. Here n is n dx. And remaining changes I have suggested you. Now this is the formula for magnetic field due to this element at point P. Now we have to find the magnetic field due to entire solenoid at point P. For this, we will integrate the above relation between the limits minus L to L, and we will have this relation. If we do some approximation, as r is very much larger than a and r is very much larger than L, then denominator of previous relation can be converted into r cube. So this entire relation can be rewritten as this relation. These quantities are constant, so they are out of the integration sign. Now we have to integrate 1 with respect to x. After integration, this quantity will converted into 2L. So this relation will be the result, where 2ln I pi a square will be m, because 2ln is capital N, I and pi a square is a, so m equals to nia. That's why. Now this relation can be rewritten as v equals to mu naught times 2m upon 4 pi r cube. Thus this is the formula for magnetic field due to a current carrying solenoid, which can be obtained for bar magnet also. Now this bar magnet and a solenoid produce similar magnetic field. I think you are able to understand the concept. Thank you very much.